Hello, everybody. I am Sandy.
And I'm Debbie.
We're from the Normal Paranormal Group. And today is 5 Things Wednesday. That's right. And we're going to talk about what defines psychic ability.
Right.
Okay, we're going to talk about...
Don't you ever get confused about mediums and...
clairvoyants, soothsayers, fortune tellers.
Yeah. You're so mixed up on who does what.
That's right. So we're going to go through a little list of things. And number one, we're going to start with mediums. What is a medium? That's right. And you hear like Teresa Caputo or
Matt
Frazier, and whatever. Mediums are able to raise their vibration high enough to connect to the other side.
Oh, yep. Can't help it, Matt Frazier. You're our favorite little baby boy. We met you in person, and God, you're so sweet.
Yeah, we did like Matt
Frazier a lot. Okay. And then we're going to talk about clairvoyance. They receive stronger messages overall. They are clair-seeing, clair-hearing, clair-feeling.
That's right, but we're going to give you more definition as time goes on what a clairvoyant really does, so you'll have a better understanding. Mm-hmm. We're going to relate a couple information to you. We also have psychics. They have the ability to give information about the past, the present, or even the future, but they don't deliver messages from the other side.
Yep. And then we have our fortune tellers. Yes. You have witches who do fortune telling, gypsies who do fortune tellings, and just general public who just wants to learn how to do it.
Right, like read cards. Or crystal ball.
Yeah, tarot cards. And when the gypsies, the Bohemians came over, they had no tarot cards with them. Mm-hmm. And so they made the American cards their own. You ever hear of Romanian reading? That's what I do.
That's right. And then we have what they call soothsayers. A person who professes to tell the events that actually happen. They're going to tell you about a disaster. They're going to tell you there's going to be an earthquake. Yeah. Or they're going to tell you there's going to be a fire. Or an airplane crash or something.
And remember,
we're going back now, and we're going to tell you a little bit more about the clairvoyance. And this is one of our favorite shows we're going to talk about.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about...
transmediums. What? And, wait a minute, the transmediums. And were also known as channelers in the 80s.
That's right. They had different names for each different...
Yeah. Every generation
has a different name. They come up with something different all the time.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go back and say, the godfather of the paranormal
is
Hans Holzer.
Yes.
He was born January 26, 1920.
And he died April 26th, 2009.
That's right. He is a parapsychologist.
Yes. And he wrote 120 books on the subject. And what was the name of his first book?
Ghost Hunter.
That's right.
But, no, you can't confuse it with Ghost Hunters now. This is Ghost Hunter.
His very first book
in 1963. He coined the term Ghost Hunter.
Yes, and he also coined the term the other side.
That's right.
Yes.
You have to watch Hunt. You really have to watch the Holzer Files. They're really great.
They are great. I don't know if they're coming back.
No, but they're awesome.
But he's a very interesting man. He really is.
Right. So we talked about transmediums, and this is what he used to help go into these houses They were haunted. And they were Ethel Johnson Myers. She's a trance medium. She used to go into a daze.
And was it
Silverleek.
Silverleek.
And Marissa Anderson. These are the women he used to do his investigation.
They would have called them channelers in the 80s.
That's right.
In the 50s and 60s, they were trans mediums.
And Edward Casey was a sleeping prophet. He was another one that had, but he would go to sleep and he would get information through his sleep. Same difference, the same like these. You think these women were sleeping but they would communicate to the other side.
Right. They would allow spirit to come through and talk through them.
That's right. They were the telephone.
But I think you have to be an awful strong person to do this. I would not try it on my own.
Right. You don't want to do this if you're not prepared.
Or trained for it.
Or trained for it.
No.
That's right.
Some people are just naturally gifted at it.
These spirits will enter and they will answer. And sometimes you'll get an answer. And sometimes they refuse to answer.
There's parts of, like, you have the psychics who do the police work, help the police and all that. And I wouldn't want to be one of those psychics because they see the dark side. They see the evil that's done. They feel the victim's pains and have visions.
And how they died. Where they're located.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an easy task for these people to do this
You
stuff.
got to be a special person to do that.
And like I said, if you're interested in just with card readings or crystal balls or seances.
Yeah, divination. You know, we have all sorts of that. Like we talked about this before, about sky scrying. You see messages in the clouds.
Automatic writing.
Right. Your Native Americans and early settlers were really good at that.
Right. And there's so many different methods of doing this stuff. There's candle. There's you melt wax in the water to get message. People actually use steam to get messages. Besides recorders, there's so many different things you could do this with to get information from the deceased ones.
You'd be surprised what you just catch on a video like this.
That's right. So we're just trying to let you know there's so many different things out there.
Multitude.
So, like I said, mediums, psychics, clairvoyants, soothsayers, and fortune tellers. There's so many.
So many.
So, but you have to be careful of
who you go to. Remember, there's a dark side and a good side to everything.
That's right.
You be the good judge of this. If you judge poorly, then expect bad to come to you. But if you choose wisely, expect good to come to you.
So watch who you pick and choose.
And always say a prayer of protection. Carry something of protection with you. Mm-hmm.
And with this, I am Sandy.
And I'm Debbie.
We're from the Normal Paranormal Group. Until the next 5 things
Wednesday.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.